Let's talk about Cam versus 49ers, bro. Who's seen that game?
Wow.
Not a pretty one for New England.
Yeah, the closer the game was.
You know why it wasn't pretty as well? As my starting quarterback was who? Fortunately, Cam Newton. So you bet I was watching that game, bro. Just short stats, guys. He completed 9 of 15 passes and 3 interceptions, guys.
Trash. So 30% of his throws.
Going back downhill. But who's to blame? Is it him or is it his receivers or the defense he's playing against? Like,
I think they're pretty.
Is he out of a groove?
They're pretty thin. You know, the Patriots are pretty thin. So that's why they started talking about shopping Gilmore. They need a lot of help, you know, especially now. Julian Edelman's out with the knee surgery. I also have him on my fantasy, so I just had to put somebody on waiver for him. They're pretty thin. Like, they don't have really big names. Maybe Cam Newton is your best player on offense, and if Cam Newton, the Patriots are going to go with Cam Newton. So if Cam Newton's having a good day, the Patriots have a chance to win. And if he sucks, then they have nothing. You know, they're pretty thin. At maybe their next best player is Burkhead, Burkhead, right?
Yeah,
but their running backs are pretty weak because they shuffle. They have like a three man.
They run a 3-back system. Yeah.
With James White and Sony Michel's have been real quiet. I had to drop him on another team. And Edelman is probably their next. You know, Edelman was their best receiver, but now that he's out, he's going to be out for a couple weeks. It's all on Cam Newton,
and he's out again.
Cam Newton is LeBron James on Cleveland before he left for Miami. You know what I mean? He's like the only good player. He's going to take you. If he's doing good, he's doing well, then they're going to be okay.
They're going to need him to run.
You need a kick
or touchdowns, throw passing touchdowns,
field goals,
all 2 points.
Hit some field goals.
He's going to hit some home runs. You know what I mean? He's going to have to get some.
Give the water on the bench.
Yeah, he's going to do everything.
I don't know. I mean, I think that team as a whole is just bad. I think it's bad. I mean, they have absolutely no weapons, and they weren't even when Edelman was in there. They're not even targeting him. Like, they're not even looking at him. I think the weapons are terrible. I think Cam Newton honestly hasn't been playing that well because he's just throwing bad throws and he's making bad decisions. And you can blame the receivers, but there was I would say all three of those picks were his fault. Like, the two went directly to the other player, and then the third one he underthrew, or he threw it behind Edelman, and Edelman reached for it, a tip back. I mean, maybe he should have caught that, but at the end of the day, he still threw it behind him. And his ball just looks wobbly.
He didn't set him up for success.
And his ball just looks wobbly. Like, it doesn't look. I'm watching him play, and I don't know. And then the play calling was really suspicious, which is weird because Josh McDaniels is probably one of the best offensive coordinators in the game right now. And I think you just got to run the ball. Like, those receivers are just god awful. And I think Cam hasn't been the same since he's came back from COVID. So I don't know if that's affecting him or what, but he's just making bad throws. He's making bad decisions. I mean, granted, there's nobody on that team, but you just got to run that ball. Just run it. What do you have to lose?
1-4 on the season right now. You know what I mean? They got players out. They're 2-4, like I said. Defense isn't really doing anything great. They just lost by 28 points last game. I don't see any hope from here unless they make big moves, which, like you said, you don't know if they might be wasting their time or if they should just scratch the season off. 2-4, you think it's too early that they're calling it?
No, because you're still in hope. You're still in the division. Like, you can still make the playoffs in the division right now. So this week coming up, I think they play the Bills this weekend. So this is going to be a division game that they play the Patriots. And you're still in it. I mean, there's not the chance. It's not time to jump the ship yet. I mean, you still got to stay the course and try to come up. That's why they're putting up Gilmore. They're trying to get something to see if they can put together some wins. So I mean, you're still in it. I mean, I don't have high hope for them. Obviously, you see what happens when you lose a quarterback like Tom Brady. Like, you know what I mean? How you can see the greatness. You know what I mean? So
I think they got to change it.
They lost LeBron, bro. Lost LeBron. That's what happened.
They got to change up the play calling. I feel like a lot of it's just play calling. Like, it's like some of the stuff I'm like, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing this? Like, I feel like they're not being put in a position of success. And the defense, I mean, they just did a complete 180. What, last year they were weren't they the number one ranked in the league? Probably at least like top 10. They're a really good defense. They're the only reason why they made it to the playoffs. Now that defense is god awful. They're terrible. Like they can't get any pressure. I mean, those secondary is getting burnt. Like they're just getting toasted like a motherfucker. And it's like, there's not a lot of talent on that team, and for them to really, I mean, if Buffalo has a bad run defense, and if they just pound the rock, they could probably beat Buffalo. But honestly, I don't even think they could beat Miami. Like I don't know what happened.
Can they beat the Giants?
Probably. But the weird thing is like before Cam went out, or even like again, I mean, they put up good games. I mean, even against Kansas City, like I think if Cam Newton was in that game, they would have beat Kansas City. I mean,
one of my favorite games, man, was against Seattle, bro. It was a duel, man. It was a battle.
But then they just get smoked.
That's the Cam I want to see. That's the Cam that has something to prove. He came out, like you said, you don't know if COVID has anything to do with it. He's been playing lousy, or if they lost their weapons, or anything else is going on. They're just losing chemistry, but need to see that fire spark out of him these next games if you're gonna want to have a chance.
I just don't know what.
See, maybe Cam is just because he had that surgery, so maybe this is just him on the decline. You never know. So I mean, we gotta see what these next upcoming games do. This is gonna be a big game this weekend because you have a division game. So if they lose, because right now Dolphins are 3-3 and they're 2-4. If they lose, that's gonna put them in third place in the division, and you got to see the Dolphins. And right now, they're point differential. And New England Patriots are minus 28 point differential, meaning 28 points got scored more on the Patriots team. So they're not putting up enough points. And the Dolphins are plus 47. So,
I mean, that Seattle game is the only game they put up points. Like, they're not putting up shit. Like, those games that they won are squeezed out. Like,
so it's understandable of why they're trying to trade or get something for Gilmore right now, because right now is when you got to start winning, especially when it comes to the divisional games. It's it's not all hope is lost yet, but still, if you can't win the next couple weeks, I don't see the Patriots make it to the playoffs.